Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back in the Kansas City Chiefs playbook on the offensive side of the ball, looking at gun, Trey, Y flex strong. That is a mouthful of a formation, but it's really good. I really like the tight alignment you're going to get from Travis Kelce here, and it's just a really nice scheme overall. We're going to come out in the outside zone. We have the inside zone to pair with that as well. We'll, of course, just match with nickel. And, of course, if you watch these videos, we talk about running inside, running outside, being able to run left, run right. In the shotgun alignments, you don't have the ability to just run to, you have the running back to your right. You can't just run the ball to the right side of the formation, right? It's a little bit tougher to do that. So here we're going to have an inside run and an outside run. Of course, I mean, they give you a little bit of a lighter box on the inside. We take that and we're going to run the ball up the middle. But being able to pair that with the outside run, I mean, you have, your tight end out there. In this case is, Travis Kelce. So typically that would be a better blocker. Here, of course, they're going to give us the inside zone. But your tight end being out there, being a better blocker, that typically would bode well for you whenever you run that outside zone. That's kind of why we have that paired. There is an RPO out of this as well, but you do get a shift if you do shift in, if you would audible down into that. So that's kind of the trade-off there as well. There, the outside zone, 30 comes down. I think that's Michael Carter does a good job firing his gun, coming down, making a good tackle. But inside zone, outside zone, that is kind of how you're going to run the run game here. Here, this is kind of a better look for the outside run. Of course, bro, our left tackle there just does nothing. Nah, I think I can't tell who that is. But he does a good job coming out, making a good play out there. We'll try to get the outside zone one more time. There, the left tackle actually does something, getting out to, second level there with 62 Tooney. Does a good job getting the second level. That's kind of how we're looking to run the outside run there. So, inside run, outside run. Pretty self-explanatory there. So now we're getting to the passion portion of this mini scheme here. We'll start with double spot. Really, really like this one. Of course, we're going to be setting up sail. We do this in almost every single scheme. It's just so hard to stop it's just on defense, right? We talk about it all the time. We don't have the correct adjustments. We can't switch coverages. We have matches, basically the only real football concept we have on defense. Other than that, you're playing man, you're playing zone, and they're spot dropping or they're following a man. So not a whole lot you can do on defense. So we're gonna do it on offense, right? We're gonna abuse that on offense. We're gonna set up these sail concepts and we're gonna abuse them. So first one, like I said, double spot, and obviously you see the two spot routes with Moore and MVS over there. We can streak either one of these guys, and that's going to give us that spot or that sail type of concept, right? Moore is being a clear out, Tooney coming underneath with, running the corner route, trying to hit that to the sidelines, MVS on the spot, and then McKinnon, trying to pull guys to the flat with that little bit of a, running out to the flat. And then you have Kelce on a backside slant as well. So, really like that tight alignment, not too bad. But we'll run it here. We'll kind of show you what we're trying to set up here. Of course, we get man coverage, and of course, there's nothing going there. But yeah, setting this up here, like I said, we're just going to streak. We'll streak more this time. You can streak the outside guy as well, MVS. But, we'll streak more. They kind of give you the flat. Of course, I mean, if they're going to, pull the guys down like that, that's exactly what we want. And this formation is very tough for the defense to match up with as well, because we are in something called a 4-strong formation. We've done this, we've had this on the channel as well. It's when you have these 3 receivers to the right side of the field, and then you put your running back to the right side, to your right hip as well, and then you have 4 guys on the right side of the field. To typically, I mean, here they actually have 3 defenders on all the 3 receivers and a safety over there, so they do have 4 over 4 pretty much, but a lot of the times you're going to have the defense only has 3 guys over there, and we're going to be able to take advantage of that. So we'll run double spot. We'll kind of save that. We'll kind of save that point. We'll put a pin in that point. We'll show you what we mean when we have 3 guys over there. But just setting this up like normal here, you get a little bit of man coverage. Kelce running that backside slant. Wish he would have caught it there, but not too bad overall having that backside slant. Of course, if you have like Hot Route Master, like of course we do. We have that. We can put him on a cross, something like that, set the play up like this. Here, again, we have 3 guys. The safety is very deep, so we can kind of show you here. We might be getting like man coverage here, so if that linebacker doesn't follow the running back, here we actually get a blitz. Of course, X is going to be coming up wide open there. But of course, you can I'm trying to show you, you can imagine playing your zone drops far down the field. Not you playing your zone drops, your opponent playing the zone drops, them dropping back very far. You just hitting these corner routes, and once we get into this formation a little bit later, hitting these routes deeper down the field, you're going to be able to hit these running backs coming out of the backfield just on these little swing routes, little flat routes, stuff like that. So all good stuff. And of course, being able to just streak Travis Kelce as well on the backside, you get these 2 high shells. Here we don't really necessarily have a 2 high shell, but you get those 2 high shells, just being able to streak him as well, and being able to fit the ball into there. I mean, even against cover 3 there, I mean, that's very tough to stop, right? Being able to get to these these goofy alignments, these tight alignments here, you actually do get a 2 high shell. Still on double spot here, being able to just streak them. We'll set it up like that again. Very simple. Attack there. They actually rotate out of that. Of course, we'd love to be able to hit that one, but they rotate out of it. You still hit that cover three type of, you know, the soft spot in the cover three. The seam. It's the seam spot is what I'm trying to say. Taking the time out from the video here, I just want to thank you guys for clicking on the video and watching here. If you're liking what you're seeing, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I just want to remind you to do that here. Trying to get over that 1,000 subscriber mark. That's a big milestone, so we're looking to get there here. Hopefully by the end of the year as the new season starts here. And yeah, just appreciate you guys checking out the videos, clicking the like, clicking the subscribe, commenting, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet and send it back to the video. Double spot, really nice play overall. Be able to hit a lot of different coverages, beat cover 3, beat cover 2, just with the tight alignments, and of course being able to have spot in your scheme is always a good thing. So flood sit is the next one here, and really simple one here as well. Travis Kelce running that drag. I really don't like this drag by Kelce on this. He's supposed to stop against zone and keep running against man. I just feel it's so inconsistent. So this is where Hot Route Master is a good thing to have. Being able to put him on a cross and then running this, you know, just like this, having Moore be your deep out route, McKinnon trying to pull guys to the flat. Of course, MVS is your clear, and then just being able to have Tony on a clear on a sit route. You can audible. You can change Tony's route. Or X's route, whoever. But we are going to be running dagger sit, and we're going to be letting him on that sit a lot of the times as well. So being able to leave, not just you know, streak. Like, I mean, you could set it up something like this, right? Like you say you don't have Hot Route Master, maybe you do something like this, and then like this is your play setup, right? Streak both of Tony and Kelce, have McKinnon to the flat, more to, you know, running the out route. But you do, and you can do that, right? I mean, he's in a great alignment here. You see a cover 3 look. Okay, that's fantastic. Boom. We want to take advantage of, you know, of course, Pat misses the throws for some reason. But we want to be able to take advantage of that seam. Absolutely. Streak him, right? You get those cover 2 looks. Okay, yeah, we want to be able to take advantage of, you know, be able to take advantage of running those 2 high shells. Okay, that's fine. Like, but we want to be able to leave him on that spot route sometimes, just to kind of pair it with this dagger sit is just something, you know, keeping the defenses back of their mind. So, but this is kind of a typical setup how we would do it here. Just streaking Kelce if you don't have Hot Route Master, or really attacking those 2 high shells in this case. Here we do get that, and of course, I mean, if they're gonna, if Moore was open, you hit him on the break, that's wide open. But I mean, the running back was open as well. So running, you know, we'll kind of run this. We see this, that top high shell, that 1 high shell up there, single safety. I mean, we're gonna take that. We're gonna run a crosser. And we just, I mean, they're just not going to block for us. They're just not going to block for us, but that's okay. That's all good. I mean, setting up flood sit one more time. And just running it basically. Very simple setup, right? Very, very simple. Attacking those 2 high shells. Here, I mean, of course, he gets caught up on Sky Moore. He was running to play the running back, and he gets caught up on Sky Moore, helping him, assisting him in coverage right there. Here, this might be an example where, you know, you do actually, you know, streak Tony. Maybe you leave Kelce on the drag. Maybe you re-drag him, something like this. Pull it down, something like that. Be able to hit Tony on that seam and go for a house call right there. That's kind of the idea with this, right? I mean, you don't want to just leave him on the spot. And you can do that with Kelce too, right? You see those 2 high shells. Of course, Kelce is a little bit slower than Kadarius Toney, but being able to run those 2 high shells is something very good. Of course, another thing I do want to touch on is you can always max protect. Say you have Hot Route Master, being able to put you know, deep crossers out there with Tony and Kelce, having more to the flat or to the out route like this. And of course, you don't have to max protect as well. You can, you know, put them into the flat, try to pull those guys down. But having crossers over the middle, especially when you see those single high safeties, those closed field looks, something like this, absolutely devastating setup there. You get man coverage, very tough to stop crossers against man. I mean, that's going to be a house call. Of course, you get a linebacker on it, but you get the idea, right? Running those crossers against man, against cover 3 looks, it's just devastating. And then you have, I mean, say they drop out of that, they go into a cover 2 look, they disguise it somehow. You still have flood sit to kind of put that flat zone out there in a very, very, very tough bind. So flood sit, really good play there. Really mixing it with double spot, but really mixing it with dagger sit is going to be where this play comes in, you know, and really shines. We have the sit route, and we're going to have the sit route here. Dagger sit is going to be the last play out of this scheme. Here I am going to block up the running back. You did see him on that block and release. And really, I just like to leave this, you know, stock other than that. We have Kelce on the backside, a little bit of a switch release type of corner route there. Tony, of course, on the sit route, you know, trying to occupy that user defender, trying to really make him play 3 routes at once, really, with more kind of running a seam, but, you know, really running to the middle of the field, and then MVS on a big rounded in. So really, I mean, the user is kind of trying to play all 3 of those routes at one time. You know, they all kind of get into that tender middle of the field where the user would be playing. Very tough to stop. We get a 6-man protection, and this is going to be your big, your big, huge hitter play right here. A little bit of pocket presence would have done me well right there, and I could have hit B, coming to MVS, running over the middle of the field. But dagger sit, again, 6-man protection. All we're doing, running it here. We get that backside. We see man. We will take that against, with Travis Kelce, your unpressable type of, switch release out there. Your switchable, get to the sidelines. Here we have sort of like a too high shell look. Okay, that sounds good. We will take Sky Moore. Wow, CJ Mosley did a good job playing that. Nice stuff right there. But this scheme, very, very just dangerous. Anytime you run these 4 strong formations, it's very tough to stop. Here, we're really going to try to set up dagger here. There, the spot route. I mean, oh man, CJ Mosley's running with him, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Here, the idea, we'll kind of show you what we're trying to do here, though, because I'm being an idiot and throwing picks. But, Tony running the sit, his idea is kind of pull this guy down, right? Pull this guy down. Or CJ Mosley would be even better, right? He runs with Sky Moore there in the cover 2 type of look. But pull these linebackers down, and then here you'd have, if I would have held onto the ball for another half a second here, you have MVS coming across the middle of the field, and that guy kind of has to play them both, is the idea with running all these guys over the middle of the field. And of course, like I said, you do have that backside, a little bit of that, and sometimes that's going to be free routes, right? Sometimes maybe they just don't put a purple route out there because they're like, oh man, they haven't run a corner route all game or whatever, whatever the case is, or maybe they just have a deep blue out there, whatever the case. That's going to be free routes, or free yards sometimes. Here they do give you the too high look. Pull that down. I am really trying to hit that route. I don't know why. Here we'll try to show you this guy over the middle of the field, the MVS route, the big in, the big rounded in. I mean, if they're going to give you that, of course we'll take that. I mean, that's obviously what we're going to try to do there. But dagger sit though, very good play overall. I am not hitting it right now because I'm an idiot. Boom, the sit route. We had it too. That was perfect. We pulled this guy down. He doesn't fall anymore. This linebacker here could be a DB in a real game. Here he drops, plays a sit route instead of playing back into here maybe and making that a little bit tougher throw. Of course, if we did have an extra split second here, I'm going all over the field. Sky Moore has the whole field and then the end zone to run into. So overall, very, very tough scheme to stop. You just have to, make the right reads and don't be me. Right there, Sky Moore, wide open. Finally, we hit the stupid thing. They're getting into the seams. Of course, he's on that little bit of a, slanted type of seam route there. So it's not like it's just, running straight down the field. But really, let's try to set up this MVS route, carry him down the field. Boom, there's the hole. That's a very tight window. Knocked out too. He didn't even catch the ball. But that's a very tight window as well. Really carrying the guys down the field is where this scheme is going to shine. Really carrying those linebackers down the field. Like, boom. There he even got chucked a little bit. Of course, we can't just quite hit it. But there the guy gets, I think that was Sky Moore in the slot there, getting chucked, getting hit a little bit. Can't quite get out the slot. But that's okay. We're really just trying to clear him out down the field. Here we get man. That sounds good to us. We'll click on, come back to the ball. And MVS just cannot catch the ball for me right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Asking him to do some tough stuff, but love for MVS to catch the ball. There they rotate out of it. Of course, we're going to get under siege, and we're going to throw right into him. But that's okay. You get the idea with this game. I can't hit these plays to save my life right now because I'm not sure what it is I'm doing. Here we get man. Boom. Hit him on the break. Click on, come back to the ball. Finally, we catch one on that. But really, against man, we have that backside corner as well. Just really want to show you this big rounded in. Of course, there's gonna keep giving us 0. There's gonna keep giving a 0 over and over and over again. I just want a zone look. I just want a zone look, gentlemen. But that's cover 0, of course. And they can't play them both, right? That's sort of the other idea with that too as well. You have the out route going to, if they shade outside, then you have the in route. They have the big rounded in if they're running cover 0. If they shade in, you have the out route, hopefully wide open. But here, finally, we get zone, carry him down the field. They're playing the spot route. You had all day. Let it develop over the middle of the field. Not too bad though overall. That's kind of the idea of hitting that as well. Of course, hitting it on the break would be even better yet, right? Carrying this guy down the middle of the field. Boom, hitting him on the break. That's perfect. You saw the linebacker turn, run with Sky Moore, leaving the dagger concept wide open. That is the video, though. That is the scheme. I really like this one. Not the best operation here for me, right on the offensive coordinator, the offensive play caller, the offensive executor. Not too great, but hopefully you can execute this better. The scheme is there. The plays are there. There's deep shots. There's a little bit of everything. You have the inside-out run game. Really like the Kansas City playbook overall. Pretty tough. So yeah, I think that's the end of this one, though. Check out the rest of the channel. We have, blitzes, we have run defense, a ton of different offensive schemes so far in Madden 24. Yeah, just check out the rest of the channel. If you like this one, there's a ton of different stuff. Obviously, if you're still here in this one, you probably like this one. So yeah, check out the rest of those. And I think that's really it. We did cross 1,000 subscribers. That is awesome. That is super hype. Appreciate you guys, liking, commenting, subscribing, naturally, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of this one. And yeah, hope to catch you guys in the next one.